the journalism advantage, inflation disadvantage, and AI industry disadvantage. Does anyone need that repeated? Yes? Okay. So I'll be covering solvency, journalism advantage, inflation disadvantage, and then the AI industry disadvantage. All right. Is everyone ready? Okay. We'll go ahead and begin. First on solvency. Throughout this debate, we've argued about the validity of our solvency. In the 1AC, we presented our AAP in 23 card that specifically highlighted how we will be increasing AI value, but also ensuring that rights holders will be paid. The negative responded with their Hansen and Burkus 23 card, which stated that data sets are too large and complicated to work. However, our Herno and Legetti 24 card shows exactly how feasible the plan is. On these cards alone, we have shown that our plan is being able to solve, and it's going to be able to happen, while keeping AI strong and useful without wrongly using sources. As my partner covered, their Brown and Argyle 23 card argues that there is no one-size-fits-all answers to AI copyrights, which we agreed to, we don't concede. No issue has one-size-fits-all solution. The AAR 23 and Leggett 24 card all prove that our plan solves, while also ensuring that the rights holders of their copyright material will be paid for their use. Moving on, the 1NC, along with this, the negative has been inconsistent throughout this debate in terms of solvency. The 1NC said that it was too complex to work with their Hansen and Burke 23 card. However, the 2NC said it was too broad with their multiple cards, the Shipman 23, the Montagana 24, multiple cards saying that it was too inconsistent. Yet the 1NR came back up and read the Hansen and Burke 23 card again, which stated it was too complex. These inconsistencies and back and forth on solvency in our multiple cards of evidence showing that we solve, the affirmative is the only feasible option, as the negative can't even understand which way that we are leaning, if it's either too complex or too broad. Ensuring that AI cannot access copyrighted material is of utmost importance, and affirmative team can do so, as we've shown throughout the round. So solvency flows to the affirmative. Moving on to the journalism advantage. The negative team continues to argue that there are more reasons than AI that are causing journalism to decline. However, AI is great. AI is and will be the reason journalism declines if we do not pass the plan. Refer back to our NMA card of 23 from the 1AC that shows how copyright protections are the only way to save journalism. Along with this, we have provided multiple other cards of evidence, such as our Coffee 24 and Ration 24. These both highlight how journalism is on the brink of collapse because AI is the only way to prevent this from happening and stop misinformation is to pass the plan. Additionally, the negative team says that licensing will result in low payment for journalists, but with the Journally in 23 card, this is untrue. Not only will they be compensated fairly for their works, but they will also have a job, which is not the case if you don't pass the affirmative plan, as their jobs are at risk of being terminated if we do not pass the affirmative plan, because AI will take over journalism. Not only this, we've highlighted further over and over again that journalism is at threat with AI. We do not pass the affirmative plan. People are going to be out of jobs, and misinformation is going to be spread very rapidly across the internet, and people are not going to have accurate information. For this reason alone, you must vote affirmative, and we've proven that the journalism advantage is the most important thing. Moving on to the inflation disadvantage. On the inflation DA, my partner read a card, Brown and 21 in the 1AR, which highlighted how fair use is legally required to be case by case. This means that it is legally impossible for spillover to happen. This results in no inflation to the affirmative plan. This not only directly responds to the Perkett and Winster 24, but it shows that spillover will not happen, and as a result, will not result in monopolies. Because of this, we can assume that the plan will be perfectly feasible. No inflation will occur. Because of this, we've shown that DA will not happen, and war is very in line with economic decline, which is highlighted with our Walton 20 card. Along with this, economic decline happens a lot. One of the most recent and impactful economic declines was during COVID, and that did not result in a war. So just because economic decline is possible, that does not mean that it's going to directly result in war. Therefore, there is no impact on the disadvantage. Vote affirmative on the inflation disadvantage, as we've shown the benefits far outweigh any potential negative impacts. Moving on to the AI industry disadvantage. On the link level, the NEC has failed to prove why the affirmative plan will cause a decrease in AI innovation. As the affirmative has shown with our AAP in 23 and McClellan et al. in 20 card, the innovation will still be strong with the passing of the affirmative plan. We are not restricting AI capabilities, we are restricting their access to copyrighted material without paying for it. Not only will they still get access to it if they follow the guidelines, but it will ensure ethical use of resources, which further helps prevent misinformation. Along with this, there was no real impact, as our Anderson 23 says AI could do this with it and could do that. However, in the status quo, we are seeing real-world impacts of stolen material. Journalism is dying, people are not getting paid for access to their works, and that is affecting people. Vote affirmative on the innovation disadvantage, as we have shown the importance of being compensated for use of material, and the negative has failed to provide a reason for why implementing the plan would be bad for innovation. So overall, let's take a look at the stock issues in the round, because Judge, you mentioned that you like the stock issues. So we're going to be looking at these and showing why the affirmative team has won on the stock issues and therefore won the round. The topicality, that was not mentioned by the negative team. We have topical. Inherency, again, was not mentioned by the negative team, and that flows to the affirmative. Significance, we have shown that we have been significant through the round, and that was not touched on by the negative. That goes to the affirmative. On harms, vote affirmative on this, because we have proven that journalism will and is declining and will eventually collapse if we do not pass the affirmative plan. On solvency, we provided multiple cards throughout this round that specifically show the importance of passing the plan and how successful we would be in doing so. Along with the stock issues, all those stock issues flow to the affirmative, therefore we won 5 out of 5 stock issues. Along with the stock issues, we've proven that the harms in the status quo are worse than potential impacts of the disadvantage. We've shown that the DAs do not link and therefore will not cause any bad things. If you believe in the slightest bit that the world of the affirmative is a better place than the status quo, then you must vote affirmative, as the negative has not provided enough of reason not to. Thank you. Please vote affirmative.